Peace and blessings on this great day of wisdom. 2, 2, 2, right? February the 22nd. Very great day. Very great day. A lot of people are celebrating said Black History Month. I celebrate Black History 12 months of the year because that was taught to me in my culture. The Black History, if it's really history, you can find a day as far as Black history all the way back through infinity. You can find every day of the year we can find something to celebrate because there's so many things that Black people have given to what we call history and still continue to give. We can look at agriculture, we can look at politics, we can look on a social level. Any field you can think of, any endeavor of human activity you can think of, Black people have contributed a huge amount of information and intelligence to, and expertise to. Period. I challenge you on that, to go and look into any field that you can think of, particularly the ancient fields, the things that go back, that really built civilization all over the planet. We had a role in it. On all the continents, so I'm not really a person that's going to say you can stuff all of that data and history into 1 month. Why is it that Black history get 1 month, white history get all 12 months? And you study white history, which is not really history, it's really twistery, all your life. 12 years in school. And then you go to church and they're giving you more false white history. So that's not really Black History Month. If you go to church and they're still teaching white history, they still got baby white Jesus up, right? You go to the mosque, they're still telling you this false story about these people who randomly popped up in the Middle East and then almost took over the whole Mediterranean. Which is a false story. It's not true. There's way more to it. But you're reading the Quranic text version of it. So when I talk about celebrating Black history, I talk about first getting the true rendition of what happened. Not somebody else's story about us. Not a holiday or a month that somebody else gave you. That's not Black history. Or the hand-picked Negroes that they picked out of their Negro plantation and gave you to celebrate. Great topic this is. Black history. Who taught it? Who brought it? Who uses it just to make money and sell you trinkets? Big difference. I'm going to tell you about a man today whose birthday is today, okay? A man by the name of Allah. And a lot of people be mad at us for saying that. I don't give a damn if you're mad about me saying what his name is. Be mad and scratch your ass and get glad. This was a great man. And if you want to talk about people who lived out Black history and taught Black people their true heritage and lived out the heritage and was a demonstration of God on the highest level, you can look at the God, Allah. Yes, sir. You can look at him. And above and beyond a lot of the men who were his contemporaries of that time, this man was an exemplar example. Even when he was in the military, when he did not have knowledge of self, he was a high example. Saved his battalion. Was just an upstanding man. We know brothers didn't want to be in that military, fighting for somebody who would not fight for them, killing for someone who would kill them. We know brothers didn't want to be involved in that, but the God went over there, Allah went over there, did his time. Didn't act funny, saved his battalion a couple times, and then put a couple notches on his belt. Meaning that he learned some things about the world in Korea that he could not learn what? Here. And then came back and applied them to what? Here. Okay? The father was not the type of man that sat up and preached at a podium. He might have did a little bit of that, but he was the type of man that went out in the streets, in the highways, and the byways, and was teaching mathematics the flyway. He wasn't shy. He didn't think you could stuff all the people into a goddamn mosque or into a church. So he went out to go get the people, okay? And put the knowledge in the air, put it in the atmosphere so people could hear it and understand it and exchange. He gave us a language. He gave us a name. He gave us a flag. These are all the things that you must have in order to have your own nation. He even gave us a system of logic to check and balance this world that we living in, okay? To look into reality and pull greater things out of reality with. It's called supreme mathematics. Some people deal with it. Some people choose not to deal with it. We know that mathematics is the universal law of the universe, something that goes through all things. It's the thread that ties all life together, period. Animal life, plant life, human life, mineral life, energy life. Mathematics bring them all together. Just like music is a universal language, so is mathematics. The Father brought this to us. This was stuff that was in the mosque. A lot of it was in the mosque, but it was kept secret. Let me just say this. God is not a concealer. God is a revealer. Let me say it again. God is not a concealer. God is a revealer. So he can bring the truth out and teach it as freely as he likes, to whom he please, right? Because this is God's duty, to teach the human family, to teach the planet Earth, to teach as much as you can, to give it as freely to others as it was given to you. I haven't seen that many people do that. A lot of other people who get knowledge, who are educated, who know something, they want to charge you $1 million for it. Or you have to join this club, this Masonic club, or become a Greek, or join this church, or join this mosque, or give away all your possessions to the preacher and whatnot. I'm not doing that, Slim. That's not a good deal to me. I know somebody really wants to teach me because there's not all these special prerequisites connected to getting learning. Even when you go to school, there's all these funny style prerequisites, man. What they call in school, I call it the public fool system. You got to get a shot. You might have to take a criminal background search. Yeah, they do that type of shit now to get in certain schools, you know? Your parents have to have a certain status. And if you want to get the best of the school, of course, you got to have some money, huh? And some status. Otherwise, you don't get the best of the school. You get the worst part. So if that's going on in school and you're paying your tax dollars toward that, okay, Allah showed us this. Took a little bitty building that used to be the Urban League building and flipped it into a school. Wasn't a lot of money, wasn't a lot of privilege. He didn't have a lot, didn't have people to go and reconstruct it and rebuild it and whatnot. And it's been rebuilt, you know, or we'll say remodeled a few times now, and it should be. But what he showed you is that you don't need a lot of money to do what you need to do for yourself. But what you do need is a lot of courage, a lot of cooperative work, right? And just the burning desire to do something for your people, which will take them out of the state and the condition in which they're in. This was what I got from Allah. This is what I saw from him, you know? I was not around when he was around, but the people who told me and taught me about him and the stuff that I read, I saw, like I said, an exemplar version of a black man. Not a goody two-shoe type nigga. I don't like goody two-shoe type niggas because I'm not a goody two-shoe type nigga. I done made mistakes. I'll probably make more mistakes, but it's not my intention to make a mistake. But don't throw me in the garbage can because I make a mistake. Because you're going to make a mistake, and you don't want nobody to throw you in the garbage can. All right? So on this day of wisdom, 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 February 22nd, in this month of what they call Black History, I send a salute out to all the brothers, all the sisters, all the original people, all the people throughout the planet who saw what Allah did and is reflecting that light into the future for the babies so the babies can see that same light. All right? Now I'm going to say peace, y'all. Magnetic Allah. Love you. Victorious.